Welcome back to another episode of That Don't Sound Right, a podcast about talking. We're your co-host, I'm Peter Billman.
I'm Cecil Davis.
And we're just trying to have a conversation without fact-checking or Googling. Those things can so easily kill the conversation.
I feel like you've memorized the opening better than I've memorized the ending.
Well, it's only a couple lines, right? It's only a couple lines.
All right, well, we kept the conversation going this week.
You did.
We did. On the super secret text line, we got a text this morning from our haberdasher about a train robbery. Now, we do not condone crime in any way.
This is not good.
This is not condoning
Do not
crime.
do that.
But
message for the kids.
don't try this at home. But there were two wayward youths in South Carolina.
They were juveniles.
Juveniles that managed to get a train moving and got it actually going down the track, realized, I guess, what they were doing, and then tried to come back into the railway yard. And that's when things went a little south.
Well, the great thing is that they took the initiative to go into YouTube.
Oh, and figure out.
They learned how to start the train on YouTube.
Right.
So they, unlike us, where the train was already running,
Yeah.
they had to start the train. And they were able to start the train, unlock the brake, and drive it around the yard. And then they left the yard. They were heading to Greenville.
Yeah. That's when things got a little dicey for them.
Because what happened was when they went across a split in the tracks,
Yeah.
the track automatically switched.
Okay.
And they didn't know that.
Right.
Inexperience.
Right.
Inexperience. I don't think you can blame that on youth.
Now we would not have Googled how to do it. We would have gotten on there and tried to figure it out ourselves.
Maybe so.
Potentially.
Maybe so. Maybe if we were really going to take a running train, we probably might have checked something. But on the way back from that, they crashed.
Now, I think one of the things that we learned from the guys stealing the train is we learned what the penalties are for stealing the train.
It's pretty high.
It's pretty high.
Pretty devastating.
So it was grand theft larceny,
Yes.
destruction of property, and it was at a major level.
Over $10,000.
$10,000. Destruction of railway property.
Yeah,
which
there's
seems
something
to be
special about
that.
railroad
Yeah.
property. Because they caused a derailment.
Yeah. So we at least know what we would have been up against had we stolen a train.
Yeah, this podcast might not be here. Or we would be having a different subject matter from the...
doing this from inside the penitentiary.
Right.
All right, so you got a subject tonight for us. That was a little skeptical about, but I'll let you kick it off.
Yeah, I think what don't sound right is hair.
Hair.
Hair don't sound right.
H-A-I-R, hair.
This stuff right here.
Well, I can't do that.
Right, but you can do this.
Yes.
Which I can't.
Right.
I've been growing this out for about 3 months. But hair.
I was a little skeptical about this, but tell me what you're thinking. I as you explained it, I kind of...
Well, what don't sound right about hair is how resilient it is. And it's attached to a body that isn't so resilient, especially out in the elements.
Right.
I think about being out in the sun. So if you go out in the sun at the beach, for instance,
Right.
and you go out there without any sunscreen,
Right.
what's going to happen to you?
You get sunburned.
I mean, you get really sunburned. I mean, bad things. You get blisters on your skin.
Yeah.
You can get blisters on your eyes.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You actually can get what they call sun poisoning, I guess.
Yeah.
But your hair don't care.
Right.
The hair don't care.
That's true.
You can go skiing, go in the sub-zero temperatures.
Yeah.
And you get a ponytail.
Right.
The hair's fine.
Right.
It don't freeze.
Your skin will freeze.
The hair, yeah, you'll get frostbite.
Right.
You'll get hypothermia. The hair don't care.
Right.
When they exhume mummies for thousands of years ago,
Right.
these mummies, they still have their hair.
Yeah.
So decay, age,
Wonder why we hadn't studied this.
the hair don't care.
And also, we use heat on hair.
Oh,
All kinds of chemicals. Or I used to, at least.
Yeah, think about all the chemicals.
Yeah.
I mean, I talk to my girls. I mean, there's this dry. Have you heard of this? Have you heard of dry?
Dry shampoo.
Dry shampoo.
Yes. Yeah.
I've never tried it, but there's dry shampoo.
Yeah.
There's all these hairsprays that are flammable, right?
Right.
I mean,
during the 80s especially, there was a lot of...
there's some of this stuff that you don't want to get in your eyes.
Right. But you put it on your hair.
But you put it on your hair. The hair don't care.
Well, I got to thinking about this. You're right. Yeah. I wonder why we hadn't studied this more to see if there's a property.
I'm
to
sure
your
someone has studied it.
Because
but-
people curl their hair.
Yeah.
They put all kinds of chemicals on there to curl their hair. They put chemicals in their hair to straighten their hair.
They go the other direction.
Yeah. They use heat to straighten their hair.
And, well, here's the thing. There's the crazy thing about that
Yeah.
is that people with curly hair. I mean, they put a lot of effort into straightening it,
Into making it straight.
and it doesn't take long for it to go back to being curly. I mean, think about the memory of this hair, and then those who have straight hair and want to curl it, they go through so much effort.
Right.
They,
A lot of chemicals.
A lot of chemicals. The perms, whatever those things are.
Yeah.
They curl it. Man, it just doesn't take long, and it's back to being straight. How about dyeing your hair?
Right.
I mean, you put all kinds of dyes in your hair,
And your hair stays in.
and it's fine.
Yeah.
The hair don't care.
That's true. And we actually use hair, as I got to think about this, because we used to make things out of wool, which is essentially hair.
Oh yeah, right.
And we form it into a thread, and then we make clothes out of this hair.
Yeah.
And don't they do that also with camel hair?
Camel hair, alpaca.
Yeah.
You can buy alpaca socks.
Right.
The hair, I guess, has a certain softness to it,
Mm-hmm.
and you make a wool sweater.
Yeah.
I mean, I've had wool sweaters that lasted decades. Right. The only thing that's going to happen to a wool sweater is it's going to get eaten.
Yeah.
Or it's going to eventually wear
I
out.
think you're on something.
But the hair don't care. Well, I'm most fascinated with the UV resilience of hair.
Right. Because UV light breaks down everything.
It really does.
Headlights, plastic.
Were you working on your headlights recently?
Yeah, because UV light broke down my headlights.
Yeah.
UV light will break down stuff terribly.
Yeah.
It'll rot furniture,
Wood.
Yeah.
It's caused the quick decay of things.
Yeah.
The hair don't care.
That's true. Now I have a hard time speaking to this now because I don't have a lot of hair anymore.
Yeah, but you do have hair. I'm seeing. You've got
I have
it.
hair, but yeah. Well, even this is resilient because I keep it cut back now, and yet it still hangs on.
Yeah, right.
And tries to come back. Now, I will say something about hair on top of your head. That I have found that my life is divided into 2 time periods.
Your life.
Yes. And it's very distinct. That there may be even people that are listening to this podcast now that only know me with a full head of hair.
Is that right?
Yeah. And then there's a whole other group of you
Right.
that know me as never having that.
Right. In fact, for the most time I've known you, you've always kept it almost completely shaved.
Yeah. And so there's these 2 groups of people, there's really no Venn diagram overlap between these 2 groups
What
of people.
about your the country mile? Is there some overlap there?
No. Well, yeah, because that's family. They've seen me.
Okay, family.
But the thing with them is that all of us are kind of that way. We all had a lot of hair when we were young, and now we don't. So we're all kind of in the same boat.
All right.
But
so what you were trying to do is you need to get someone who's not family, who's known you with hair,
right,
and have them interact with someone like me who's only known you without hair.
Well, and so I won't give too many details away about this, but I've had 2 very distinct instances where I ran into somebody recently who knew me in high school
as hair.
And the
BH.
Before before losing hair.
Right.
The only thing they could greet me with, the only thing they could even talk about, was the fact that I didn't have hair.
Really?
Like, these are people I hadn't seen in 30 years.
No, they didn't ask about your family.
They didn't ask about my family. They didn't say, hey, hello. One person just went, your hair. That was their greeting.
But is that because you had some really luscious, luxurious hair?
I just must have. No, I had. My hair didn't grow long; it just grew big, like a helmet. It just grew out like a Prince Valiant haircut.
Really?
Yeah. Yeah. I had
Did
that
you try
happen
growing
twice.
it long?
I tried growing it long, but it didn't grow. It wouldn't grow long. It would just grow bigger.
It just kind of.
Yeah. It grew in length, but it just grew out like a helmet.
But it didn't fall down.
Not much.
So it's almost like you had muscles.
Yeah.
At your scalp that push the hair straight out.
Yeah.
See, isn't that crazy?
Yeah.
I mean, yeah.
But people react
to
like me, not, and then people that have seen pictures of me that are after.
Well, I remember we have a
after.
picture of you on the website.
Yeah.
I don't know if you know that.
With hair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
from your high school glee club,
Oh yeah.
your chorus. Yeah, you're in there.
Yeah.
It was episode 71, Just a Kid from Cary.
There's
And
a picture of me in show
There's a black
choir.
and white picture of you.
Yeah, in the show choir.
Yeah, there you are. And you're
Yeah.
right, it's Helmet Head.
Yeah, it's helmet.
Look at that.
Yeah, I told you. That's how I grew up. Now, I have learned that you're saying, so hair's resilient. It
Yeah.
stands up to UV rays, stands up to heat, stands up to cold.
Chemicals.
But here's something I bet you don't realize because you still have hair on top of your head. Like, hair protects your head much more than you realize.
Oh, I believe it. No, when I was in high school, in college, I had a crew cut. I had a flat top.
Yeah.
And I do remember.
Because you were in ROTC.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and I do remember getting some sunburn on a canoe trip without a hat,
Right.
and also just feel the feeling of being hot
Yes.
when the sun's beating down, and definitely very drafty in the wintertime.
Yes. So hair protects your head, insulates your head.
Yeah.
But I was working on something the other day, and I hit my head 3 or 4 times.
Oh yeah.
And I think if I had hair, I wouldn't have noticed it. It was just on the kind of the edge of it. I was working on putting together these lockers, and I kept hitting my head on just like the edge of the locker.
Ooh,
And I really
touch?
think, yeah, I really think if I had hair on top of my head, I was like, man, I think because I keep my hair safe, so that it's actually more dangerous for me.
Well, one of two things, right? One of two things. Either that it does, it's a layer of protection,
Yeah.
but also it's a layer of sense. That
Yes.
I can sense something approaching my head.
Right. It's like
Soon-
an eyelash.
Right, sooner than you can.
Yes.
Because I have a shield.
Yes.
I have a defense shield.
I don't have a shield.
Shields are down.
Shields are down on this. Yes, I think it's, I think
No, I totally buy that.
people that still have hair
Yeah.
have more protection than those of us that
I
don't.
totally buy that.
Yeah.
What the follicle or what organ or what piece of the skin
Right.
that creates the hair,
Right.
and so that organ or
Follicle.
that follicle. What is a follicle? It's not an organ. What is that?
I
It's
don't know what you
a
would consider it part of the skin.
part of the skin. But anyway, it's pulling nutrients
Yeah.
and energy from the body,
Yeah.
and it's assembling this very specific set of cells
Right.
to create a hair. And it's doing it in such a way that it's super thin,
Yeah.
super strong, and it has the chemical properties that can resist so much of the environment that we're in.
Yeah.
And I feel like maybe we've tapped into that, but maybe we haven't.
Right.
It seems like that, what if we could create a sheet
Right.
that's made out of whatever hair is made out of?
Yeah.
What if we could create panels
Right.
or composite panels?
What if you could figure out how to use the properties of the hair in paint, like auto paint, so your auto paint would break down.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I love it. I love it. Roof tiles.
Yeah. You heard it here first on That Don't Sound Right, that we've got $1 million idea.
If you can harness the chemical makeup of hair and create. Composites are like carbon fiber.
Yeah.
Right. That is just, or Kevlar.
Yeah.
It is Kevlar is the thread.
Yeah.
It is the fabric.
Yeah.
And it's really just in a kind of a resin binder.
Yeah.
But it's that fabric that makes it so strong. And I'm sure that the Kevlar fiber is stronger than hair, but I bet you Kevlar fiber is not UV resistant. Now, my daughter was telling me about that. Yeah, her hair actually gets a little bit longer when it's wet.
Yeah. Yeah.
It
So
is-
you can do this
It's
experiment.
hydroscopic.
Yeah.
It absorbs some water.
So you could there was an experiment you could do where you could make a kind of a crude humidity meter out of these there.
Yeah, that's another amazing thing then. A piece of hair that absorbs water. Water dissolves everything, right? It's the ultimate solvent. And hair can withstand it, and the chlorine that we put in it.
Oh yeah. Yeah, chlorine, all kinds of stuff.
Yeah, it can withstand it.
Yeah.
It can suck it up Dry it out.
There's
I mean,
clear jobs.
think about the things that dry out, get wet and dry out, get wet and dry out, get wet and dry out. They break down.
Yeah.
Hair don't care.
Well, the thing is, I don't think you can make a towel out of hair. Because then it doesn't absorb like.
It doesn't absorb enough.
But it wouldn't break down.
Yeah, I don't. Yeah, right. I don't think it would absorb enough water.
Right.
I'm fascinated.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
fascinated.
I think like even in a rhinoceros in that front horn on a rhinoceros just hair?
Is that the same structure as hair?
No, I think it is hair. Never used.
Well, yeah. So antlers on a deer. That's more of a bony.
Yeah. Yeah. The rhinoceros is not a bony growth.
No,
it's
it's not.
hair.
It's hair.
Yeah.
No way.
Right.
Well, that's the thing is there's another one is wigs. They make wigs out of human hair.
Yeah.
And they last.
Yeah.
They don't. I mean, how long do they last?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I don't.
Well, like you said, you dig up mummies and the hair still.
I bet you the weakest link of the wig with human hair is the connection of the hair to the.
It's the glue.
I bet you that's because that glue is probably not UV resistant.
Right.
It breaks down.
Yeah.
It can't handle it. I bet you that's what it is.
Yeah. Evidently in Britain, they were able to 3D print a heart, like the structure of a heart.
Okay.
Basically a scaffold, and then they were able to impregnate that scaffold with cells from the patient's body.
Yeah.
And so they're going to supposedly fill that scaffolding in and have a functioning heart.
Well, they've done that with bladders.
Yeah.
Right.
They did that here in Winston.
Right here in Winston.
Yeah. So maybe they could do that for all of us that have had hair loss, which is, I'm sure, is much further down on the importance of this.
Right. Yeah, but my thought is, can we grow it in a sheet? Use it as a fabric?
Well, imagine this: if you really could do this, you could make outdoor umbrellas out of them that wouldn't break down.
Oh, right.
We would go through like one a season of those.
Do they really break down from the UV and the fabric falling apart, or is it just the metal pieces inside that just?
I've had both happen.
Okay.
I've had the UV stuff really.
I've never had an umbrella.
Yeah.
I've never had an umbrella long enough for the sunlight to break down, because usually it's not too sunny when I'm using an umbrella.
Right. And the wind gets it.
Yeah. Right.
No, but all that stuff breaks down. Maybe that's why they don't research it. Is because right now they can sell me an umbrella every year, but if they make one that doesn't break down, they can't sell it to me every year.
So we're kind of busting open really big umbrella.
Yeah, as we are known.
Big umbrella is going to come and shut us down because of this.
Because we've thought about this a little too much.
Okay, all right. Well, if this is your first time watching us on YouTube or listening to us on the podcast, we want to welcome you and thank you for listening. If you really like the conversation, think about hitting the subscribe button on any of those platforms. If you're that long-time listener or long-time viewer, please leave us a rating, leave us out a review so that others can easily find us and join the conversation.
That Old Sound Right is a production of TDSR Podcast in conjunction with Camel City Studios. I'm your co-host and sound engineer, Cecil. Peter is your other host and web designer. Camille is your barista. Emily does your graphic design. Ella does your Instagram. Giorgio tests our merchandise. Brent is our international brand ambassador. And as always, listener number one is
Scott.
So until next week, keep talking.
And stay curious.